Welcome to Aptitude for Placements, and my name is Ranjit. I have conducted this aptitude training program at various engineering colleges all over India, and every year thousands of students get placed by attending this aptitude training program. Here you will find all the questions that are commonly encountered in most of the aptitude tests. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of these tests. So just familiarize yourself with all these questions and you will have a clear advantage when you attempt your actual placement test. Let's start. A trader has 40 kilograms of pulses, part of which he sells at 10% profit. So from one part he gets 10% profit and the rest at 20% profit. So from one part he is getting lower returns and from the other part he is getting higher returns. He gains 12% on the whole. So overall he is getting 12%. Identify the quantity he sold at 10%. Now such questions can also be worked out using the mixtures and allegations formula. So in what ratio did he mix the investments so that overall he'll get 12% profit. So the mixtures and allegations formula can be written like this. Quantity he invested at 10%, that is lower returns, to quantity he invested at 20% returns, that is higher returns. So that is given as higher returns minus mean returns divided by mean returns minus lower returns. So just substitute into the formula and you will get the ratio in which they have been invested. So quantity he invested at 10% to quantity he invested at 20%. This ratio is given as higher returns, that is 20, minus mean returns 12 divided by mean returns 12 minus lower returns 10. So 20 minus 12, 8, 12 minus 10 is 2. So they have been mixed in the ratio 4:1. So you can take their actual values as 4x and 1x. So total quantity will be 4x plus 1x. So that will be 5x. And the total quantity that he had is 40 kilograms. So this total quantity 5x is equal to 40. Or x you will get it as 40 by 5 is 8. So the actual quantities are 4x and 1x where x is 8. So 4 into x, x is 8, so 4 into 2, 32. And so 10% he invested 32 kilograms and this 20% he invested 1x where x is equal to 8. So the actual quantities are 32 and 8. Now the question is identify the quantity he sold at 10% profit. At 10% profit is 32 kilograms. So option D, 32. A trader has 90 kilograms of rice, part of which he sells at 20% profit and the rest at 10% profit. So from one part he is getting 10% profit and from the other part he is getting 20% profit. That is lower returns and higher returns. He gains 14% on the whole. So overall he is getting 14%. Identify the quantity he sold at 20% profit. Now such questions can be done using the mixtures and allegations formula. Formula can be written like this. Quantity he invested at 10% to quantity he invested at 20% profit. This ratio is given as higher returns minus mean returns divided by mean returns minus lower returns. Substituting into the formula you will get this ratio. Then using the ratio we can find out the quantity he sold at 20% profit. So quantity he invested at 10% to quantity he invested at 20% profit. This ratio is given as higher returns, that is 20, minus mean returns 14 divided by mean returns 14 minus lower returns 10. So that ratio is obtained as 20 minus 14 gives you 6, 14 minus 10 gives you 4. That is in the ratio 3:2. they are in the ratio 3 is to 2. So we'll take their actual values to be 3x and 2x. So their total sum is 3x plus 2x, that is 5x. That is their total quantity, and that is equal to 90. So x you will get it as 90 by 5, that is 18. So the actual values are 3x and 2x. So x is 18. So 3x. So 3 into 18 gives you is 54. 54 is the quantity he invested at 10%. And the quantity he invested at 20% is 2x. Where x is 18. So 2 into 18 gives you 36. The question is, identify the quantity he sold at 20% profit. There will be 2x, that is 36. So option A, 36 kilos. A trader has 45 kilograms of wheat, part of which he sells at 30% profit and the rest at 15% loss. So from one part he is getting 15% loss. Now when there's a loss, that quantity can be represented as negative 15. And from the other he is getting a profit of 30%. So from the other part he is getting 30% profit, and from one part he is getting 15% loss, and that can be represented as negative 15. He gains 21% on the whole. Gains means he gets a profit of 21%. So overall he gains 21%. Identify the quantity he sold at 30%. So first we'll find out the ratio in which they are sold. So we'll substitute into the mixtures and allegations formula. That is quantity from which he is getting lower returns to quantity from which he is getting higher returns. This ratio is given as higher returns minus mean returns divided by mean returns minus lower returns. So just substitute into the formula and you will get the ratio in which they are sold. So quantity from which he is getting lower returns, that is quantity from which he is getting lower returns to quantity from which he is getting higher returns. This ratio is given as higher returns is 30 minus mean returns is 21 divided by mean returns is 21 minus lower returns is negative 15. So this negative sign is very important. So we'll get the ratio as 30 minus 21 is 9. 21 minus negative 15. So that will be 21 plus 15. That you will get it as 36. 36 is 9 into 4. So 9 divides 4 times. So this you will get it as 1 by 4. So they are sold in the ratio 1 is to 4. So you can take it as 1x and 4x. And total is 1x plus 4x, that is equal to 5x. That is the total quantity, and that is 45 kilograms, from which you will get x is equal to 9. So the actual values are 1 into 9, 9, and 4 into 9, 36. So lower returns is negative 15, that is 15% loss, that is 9 kilograms. And higher returns is 30% profit, that is 36 kilograms. Question is, identify the quantity he sold at 30% profit, that is higher returns is 36 kilograms. So option B, 36. A trader has 40 kilograms of rice, part of which he sells at 28% profit and the rest at 12% loss. Now when there is a 12% loss, that 12% loss can be marked as negative 12, and from the other part he is getting 28% profit, so that will be plus 28. On the whole he incurs a loss of 8%. So overall there is an 8% loss, so that loss can be represented as negative 8. Identify the quantity he sold at 28% profit. Now such questions can be worked out using the mixtures and allegations formula. So from the formula you will get the ratio in which they have been sold. So the formula is like this: quantity from which you are getting lower returns to quantity from which you are getting higher returns. This ratio is given as higher returns minus mean returns divided by mean returns minus lower returns. So just substitute into the formula and you will get the ratio in which they have been sold. So quantity from which you are getting lower returns to quantity from which you are getting higher returns. This ratio is given as higher returns will be 28 minus mean returns. So that will be negative 8 divided by mean returns negative 8 minus lower returns. Lower returns is negative 12. So we'll just solve this. So 28 minus negative 8. So that will be 28 plus 8, that you will get it as 36. So this will be negative 8 plus 12. So 12 minus 8, you will get it as 4. 4 divides 9 times, so you will get the ratio as 9:1. So lower returns to higher returns, they are in the ratio 9:1. So you can take their actual values as 9x and 1x. So 9x plus 1x, total quantity is 10x, and that is equal to 40 kilos, from which you will get x is equal to 4. So we'll calculate their actual values. So lower returns is 9x, where x is 4. So 9 into 4, 36. And this is x, that is 4. Now the question is, identify the quantity he sold at 28% profit. That is higher returns. So that quantity is 4 kilograms. So option A, 4 kilograms. A trader mixes Ariel detergent costing rupees 40 per kilogram with Surf Excel costing rupees 100 per kilogram in the ratio 1:4. So they are mixed in the ratio 1:4. Now price of the cheap one is 40 and price of the expensive one is 100. Now they are mixed in the ratio 1:4. So first we'll have to find the mean price when they are mixed in the ratio 1:4. So we'll just substitute into the mixtures and allegations formula. They are mixed in the ratio 1:4. Now price of the expensive one is 100 minus mean price. That is what we need to find out. We'll just find out the mean price when they are mixed in the ratio 1:4. Divided by mean price minus price of the cheap one is 40. Now I'll just cross multiply. So m minus 40 is equal to 4 into this. So there will be 400 minus 4m. I'll just bring 4m to this side. So that will be 5m is equal to 400 plus 40, 440. Or m you will get it as 440 by 5. You will get it as 88. So this is the first value that you have got. If the cost of Surf Excel drops to 90, from 100 it has now dropped to 90. Now the value is only 90. Then in what ratio should he mix the two, so as to leave the cost of the mixture unchanged? Originally it was 100 and we got the mean price to be 88. Now this mixture price, the cost of the mixture has to be unchanged. So this 88 is fixed. And the price of the expensive one now has dropped to 90. So now you have to find the ratio such that the mean price is retained at 88. So in what ratio should they be mixed so that the mean price is 88? Again we'll substitute into the mixtures and allocations formula. Price of the expensive one is now 90 minus mean price is 88 divided by mean price minus lower price is 40. So 90 minus 88 is 2. 88 minus 40 is 48. So 2 by 48, that is same as 1 by 24. So now they should be mixed in the ratio 1:24. Then this mean price of 88 can be retained. So in what ratio should he mix the two? So they should now be mixed in the ratio 1:24. That is option D. Let me briefly explain how to prepare for your aptitude test. First of all, you need to familiarize yourself with all the questions that have been worked out here. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of the aptitude tests. After that, you need to attempt practice tests. According to me, you need to attempt at least 10 practice tests before your actual placement test. Here, I will be giving you 10 practice tests, and these practice tests will be ideal for you to improve your test scores. The 10 practice tests are available at a cost of only rupees 200. So all that you need to do is make a payment of rupees 200 either through Google Pay or through PhonePe or through Paytm, and you will receive the 10 practice tests.
The details of the payment comes next.